Hi everyone, trust you all are doing well. And what we're going to do in this one is we're going to make sure that the person is authorized to actually update the reply. Either the user must be an admin or the person must be the author of that reply. All right, so just to kind of make sure that the functionality works and we don't get somebody else changing someone else's replies. Right, in this case, let's bring in that use authorize request. Just make sure you import it at the top as well. If you go to the extensions, you can just press Ctrl-I and it will import it for you. All right, so what we want to do is we want to get the reply, okay, and then what we want to do is we want to authorize the user. You remember we created a reply policy, okay? We're going to use the update reply policy, and we're going to go for the update, and we're just going to pass the reply in there. Okay, so we just want to make sure that the person can be authorized. All right, I'm quickly going to go to the browser and just to see and test if it works, but I want to create a reply as an admin. Then I want to log in as a normal user to see if I can edit the admin's reply. All right, let's log in as an admin user. Then let's go to admin@example.com and just put in the password. Okay. So let's go to the forum. So what I want to do now is let's just log in into this one right here and create an admin reply. As you guys see, we logged in as an admin user. All right, so let's just, this is an admin. So this is an admin. It's posted all in caps. Right, as you can see, that reply is created by the admin user. Now let's log out as an admin user and log in as a normal user. And John at example. Right, now as you can see, we logged in as John. Now we can see the admin's reply right there, and we can even see the edit button. That's not a good thing, all right? But let's go for it. Let's say we didn't put that security measure in there to hide the button, but we're going to do that in a second. But for now, let's click the edit. All right, as the form pops up for us, we're just going to change this to new replies. And let's press save and see what happens now. Now, as you can see, we get a 403. This action is unauthorized. All right. Now, our policy kicked in to make sure that the user cannot actually edit it. All right. So we know our authorization is working at the backend. But a better user experience is to make sure that this button also doesn't show if the person is not the author or admin. Right. So let's do that as well. Right. So as we can know, this part of the policy works great. So now we just need to update it in the front end as well. All right, so this edit button right here, I only want to display if the user is an admin or the author or a moderator. All right, so what we want to do is we want to add the add can. All right, what can the user do? We just want to remove this part right here, and this is going to be app policies. This is going to be the reply policy. Going to look for the update. And then we're going to pass in the model. So it's going to be app models. And this is going to be the reply model. And we just want to find that with a reply ID. Okay, the reply variable that we created, and we just want to pass this in there. Okay, so we want to make sure the policy passes well. Okay, so this is one way to do it. Another way to do it is actually, remember, like in the beginning, we create a public reply like this. Then we can refactor the code. And most of the things we don't need now, but I just wanted to show you. Then you can say this reply is equal to the reply right there. And then we don't need to file or fail it here. We can just just create the reply and put it in there. Instead of the reply like this, we can just say this reply. Okay. And then instead of that, we can go to our update here and just put in that reply right here. Okay, but for me, this works a little bit better, like I said before, security-wise, and I don't want all the information to be displayed in the front, but it's not so much security-sensitive information actually is being displayed, but I want to show you both ways. All right, so if you do have security-intensive information and that you don't want to be available publicly, then you can do it this way. All right, so that's why I'm doing it this way. For if you want to do something later that you don't want all the information to be in front, this is one way to do it. Okay, so we've got our policy in there. So let's see if we can see that edit button if we're not authorized as that user. All right, we're logged in as an admin user and we can see the edit button, and let's just change it to, just remove the all caps. This is a new admin reply. Okay, and let's save that. Okay, so we see the edit button right there because we're obviously the admin user. So let's log out quickly and log in as John. Right, I'm logged in as John. As you can see, we don't see that edit button right there. In my opinion, it's a better user experience. Okay, so that they will actually get the unauthorized. So if John tries to bypass even this, we know that they can still not do anything at the back end because of that little protection. They cannot do it as a normal user. All right, so let's quickly do this reply. Applying as John. Let's post it. All right, so we got our new reply. As you can see, John can see the edit button because John is authorized to actually edit his own replies. All right, so that's kind of the authorization, just to make sure we protect and have a good user experience as well at the same time. All right, so this will be a little bit of this short lesson. All right, so what we're going to do in the next one, we're going to add another little button here to be able, if they want to actually delete their reply. Okay, so thank you guys and see you in the next one. Goodbye.